Okay, cool. We are live. Three, two, one. How y'all doing? I'm getting my protein late at night. I apologize if I sound under the weather or if I sound like I'm thinking about multiple things at one time. I actually didn't plan to go live, but it was late night and I was like, all right, let me get one live in, for the next 10 minutes or so because I'm actually going to be eating protein. So I'm going to put my protein in. This is my fridge. So I'm gonna get my milk in. Damn, I might not have enough milk actually. And then I put the banana in there. I actually had a banana earlier, but I just wanted to come on because I saw something on Instagram that actually inspired me to go live, and it was about freedom. And basically, the gentleman, his name is Cole. He was saying that once you experience freedom, it's really hard to go back. And I will tell you, if you're watching this replay, by the way, welcome in. I appreciate you tuning in. Thanks for sticking around. If you're watching from wherever you are in the world, once you start traveling, it's really hard to go back to a 9 to 5. Once you drive a Mercedes, it's really hard for you to go back and be content with a Toyota Corolla. Once you experience traveling first class, it's really hard for you to go back to coach. Or once you fly private, it's really hard for you to go back. Once you experience certain things, it's hard for you to give up those things, right? I'll even say this too. Once you experience, anything that's high class, once you experience a nice restaurant, right? You experience a really quality partner, you experience certain things in life, it's hard to go back, you know? And that's one of the things that's made me, I can't go back to a job. You see what I'm saying? And I think about that often because even if I were to try to be employed again, I can't. I'm unemployable because the level of freedom I've tasted, there's no way I can go back. You see what I'm saying? Oh, where are my oats? Once you travel the world, I've been to what? I'm in a new city, like almost. This is the longest I've been in one country. So I've been here for 6 months now, and it's the longest I've been in one city since traveling. Because usually, I'm changing cities like every month or so. And I'm not a stand-up comedian. I'm not traveling. I'm retired, and all I do is travel. And the reason I'm saying this is that once you experience this type of life, man, it's really hard to go back and say I'm going to stay in a 9 to 5 and try to grind out something for 3 years with hopes of, I don't know, a promotion or something. I can't do that. You see what I'm saying? I've gotten used to traveling and getting up. Oh, this isn't boiling yet. I have to wait. I've gotten used to waking up at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock and going to the gym for an hour and a half, and then getting lunch, an early lunch, or hitting the cafe, or really doing whatever. I don't wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning or 6 o'clock in the morning to an alarm. I don't have an alarm, and I don't think I could ever get back to waking up to an alarm again. That feels so depressing to me, you know. Once you, man, I'm telling you, here's where it actually started for me. When I went to Los Angeles, this is where it started. I was in college, and I went to Los Angeles. I forgot that you guys can't hear me so well. I forgot that you guys can't hear me so well if I don't have in my AirPods. So I have my AirPods in now, so it should be better. Cool. So this started when I went to Los Angeles. And when I went to Los Angeles, I was in college, right? And I had a girlfriend at the time. Um, I can hear you. Perfect. All right, welcome in. Welcome in, Joe. So I was in college, and this started from I went to Los Angeles. I had a girlfriend at the time, and I took her with me to Los Angeles. This was a bay trip. That's what they call it, a vacation, right? And as I was standing there overlooking I was in Malibu and I was overlooking everything, and a girl was by my side, and I looked down at my phone and I made money from my phone. That's when it just clicked to my head. It's like, oh, I don't need to be in an office to make money. I can get paid while I'm here, while I'm traveling. I have a girl beside me. I'm going to go back home with more money than when I started with, and I'm free. I could do anything right now. I don't have an alarm and I'm making money. You see what I'm saying? So then when that happened to me, I was like, oh, there is no way. That was back in 2019, probably. When that happened to me, there is no way I can, after that, go back to a 9 to 5 and think to myself, oh, I'll just wake up every day, do the same thing, see the same four people, same 10, 15 people every day, and then wait for a promotion, or have office drama. It's like I can get paid, and I can get paid more doing what I'm doing, traveling the world. I can't be employed because that level of freedom, once you taste it, man, it becomes something that's so addicting. Just imagine I'm feeling the California breeze. The top is off. I'm driving, right? I think I rented a Mustang when I was out there, of course, right? That's like the dream, right? American made Mustang, Pacific Highway. The top is off. The sun is great because it's California, and I'm getting paid. Why would I give that up to have to clock in suit? Right? I Mustang. I left the Mustang parked by the beach. You go by the beach, watch the sunset, have coffee beside me. Have a whatever a drink. A cocktail. What cocktail is there? I have no idea. A caipirinha. That's what I love right now. Caipirinha. But like you understand my point, right? Which is that that's an amazing lifestyle. It's stress free. I'm making money. I'm not tied to any one location. I can't go back to a 9 to 5 after that. The closest thing I have to a 9 to 5 right now is actually making content. This is the closest thing I have because I've actually committed myself to a schedule, right? So I'm actually posting every day, going live. Even though I wasn't live this morning, I'm live right now. But I actually do this 5 days a week. This is the closest thing I have to a schedule. But this is my own schedule, right? I made this. I choose to do this. And I know this doesn't make me money. So this is still my choice. But this is the closest thing I have to any sort of routine right now. And I love it. I think we're growing and I think I'm helping people. And it's also for a good cause because I get to help the kids in Jamaica if they start making money. But this is the closest thing I have to any type of routine. So then I get up and I'm just moving through the day with ease, calm, doing what I need to do. I'm in the gym right now, middle of the day, middle of the night. I get up, I decide to have protein. You can see my house, very peaceful. You see what I'm saying? I can't go back to any type of stress or any type of box that the world tries to fit most people in. And I will honestly tell you the truth, and I hope this doesn't come back to bite me in a couple of years. The world needs people in the box. You see what I'm saying? Because the world needs to function. Like, we need people who are clocking in every day. And the honest truth is, I'll also say, even though even that the world needs them, those people also want that. There are people who cannot function with my lifestyle, who don't want this level of freedom, who don't want to not have anything that's planned for tomorrow or the next day, or not know where their paycheck is coming from. Right? The world needs those types of people and it needs a system that relies on those types of people. So that's fine. But what I will say is that if you are somebody that does not want to be a part of that system, man, I get it. I can't. Oh, my milk is ready. I can't be a part of that system. And I don't think I ever will be able to fit into that type of system. I only had one job in my life, and that was a teaching job. Everything else was an internship or something that doesn't really count. But I've only had one job. I've had experiences working, but they were internships. So short-lived. One job, never again. What would you tell people that think it's too good to be true? Well, I mean, if everybody on Instagram is lying, maybe. I mean, here's the thing. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that there are some people out there that are not fake. I'm making my oats, by the way. As soon as these oats are done, I'm gonna go eat my oats. But I thought I'd go live and talk about this because I was inspired. Uh, if everybody on this, there are people out there who do fake their lifestyle. It's like, for example, there are people who go to Dubai and take those pictures and then fly back home into their miserable apartments and actually don't have anything going on with their lives. And I think that's a pretty sad thing to do. There are people out there who they're faking images in private jets. So they will rent a private jet or they'll go to a hangar, and a hangar is where they store planes, and they will take pictures at the hangar. It costs them maybe $5,000 to rent the hangar, and they'll put their logo, their sticker on the plane, take pictures in different outfits that they rent for an hour, takes them $5,000, and they'll create enough photos and video and whatever for the next year. Think about that. There are people doing that. That's insane. That's insanity. You know. Yeah, the people who do that. I showed they're making oats. These are my oats. Um, that's the level of delusion that we have. So there are people who do that. But what you have to do also, on the other hand, if you're sitting down and you're thinking, okay, I'm a smart person, there must be something that I don't know that these people know that I should assume that it is possible. That's the assumption that you need to start with. And the reason why I say that is because, of course, I mean, I didn't think I'd be traveling the world in my 20s. I mean, yes, I hope for the best and I wanted to be retired, but it's gone better than I expected, which is good. It's a pleasant surprise. Not a surprise, but you see what I'm saying. Um, I worked for it and it's gone even better than I thought it would have 10 years ago. In the last 3 years, then, well, yeah, I expected this 3 years ago, but not 10 years ago. You see what I'm saying? So, my point is, there must be some people out there who are doing really well that are on Instagram. And it's not the people that are, you know, always trying to sell something. It's not the people who are, you know, like one of the things I found very early was Facebook groups. And there's so many millionaires in Facebook groups, and I don't know why more people don't talk to people in Facebook groups. And go to malls that are expensive. Go hang out at the Louis Vuitton stores and just talk to random people and see what they do. And then once you realize what these people are doing, like, I used to go to the mall in New Jersey, the Short Hills Mall in New Jersey, which is one of the more affluent malls. I used to go there at 10 o'clock on a Wednesday morning. Who is there at 10 o'clock on a Wednesday? Not people who have 9 to 5s. And I used to just hang out in the cafe. That's all I could afford, the cafe. But while I was there, you know what I heard? I heard people quoting, oh, yeah, cool. I closed for 1.2. 1.2? What do you mean 1.2? 1.2 million. I'm sitting there thinking, I'm looking at the prices. This price, I'm calculating what people are checking out. That coat costs $40,000. That shoes cost 5 grand. And this is how people live. There must be something that I'm missing. But then from that assumption, I'm going to go find that information instead of assuming that everything that I see is not true. So that's what I would say to you. Uh-huh. Why do I why are you creating shorts? What the fuck side is this? Yo, YouTube is so annoying. Why would it ask me to create a short? Oh, that's gonna piss me off if it's actually stop the thing that I like. Oh, that's gonna piss me the fuck off. All right, my oats are almost done. I feel like with how much the internet has evolved and because of how much people depend on it, there has to be some legit make money online opportunity. Yeah, there are plenty. Um, there are plenty. Lots of people are making money online. I make money online. So, all right, I'm gonna enjoy my oats. Have a good night. Thanks for tuning in. I'm gonna fix this in this, and my oats are ready. So you can take a look at my oats. Well, let me turn this around. Um, very excited for my oats. Ah, yes, wonderful. All right, people, I'm out.